What's up, everybody? My name is Eddie and welcome back to the channel. So today I just want to talk about three things that I think a lot, not just resellers, but business people overall tend to lack. And this is one of the reasons I think that you can have slow to no sales and that your business can fail or may be failing if you don't address this. Now, me personally, if you don't know, my background is in the restaurant industry, service and hospitality industry. I was a restaurant manager for 10 years. I was a general manager at 3 separate national brand locations. 2 of them was for the same company because they owed multiple franchises. So I just kind of transferred, between stores. But, it was annoying. I mean, ain't nothing easy about the restaurant industry. I don't care who you talk to, especially just dealing with the public period has its challenges, right? But one thing for sure that you know how to do is to interact with people, right? Diffuse situations. You have to, as a manager, not only are you managing your employees, and for me as a general manager, I had to manage my other managers and the employees, and run the whole store. And the main thing is this: customer service, right? People will pay a premium for good customer service, even if the product itself is not a premium product. They'll pay for an experience. And so why am I saying this? Okay, and so I'm gonna just relate this. This definitely is broad enough to address any type of business, but I'm specifically just relating this right now to reselling and eBay, because I go through people's stores and listings just randomly sometimes to see their feedback. A lot of their negative feedback can be removed, which I don't understand why, but their negative feedback, it happens, right? We all mess up. But the responses sometimes is what gets me from some of the store owners. And so what I think a lot of people lack is the customer service aspect and understanding that, and that's why they end up struggling. And so I'm gonna address 3 things, okay? The product, the presentation, and the process, okay? And within that, I definitely want to make sure that we understand that your interaction with the customer is always important. Doesn't matter what they say, doesn't matter what they do. Your response to that should always be respectful and professional, okay? So let's start off with number 1, the product. And why is product related to customer service? Why is that important when it comes to customer service? Well, I think a lot of people choose the product they're going to sell based on things other than what their customer wants, and it's not only is it the product itself, but it's the quality of that product and what type of need does that product fill? What type of service does that product provide? It can be a physical product or it can be a service, but regardless of what it is, that product must fill a need and or provide a service that customer, needs filled or provided for. And so I think a lot of people miss on this from the start. You cannot miss on this. You're going to struggle if you miss on this from the start. You have to have a product that is in demand, that is quality, and that people want. If you miss on this, your business is going to struggle regardless, okay? Regardless. You can't sell people crap and junk. And, as they say, you can't put lipstick on a pig, right? It's still a pig. So you can't just take a picture or 2 of an item on eBay and gloss over some flaws or anything like that. And this, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because this is going to fall into another one of the areas, but you can't do that. You have to present a product to people that is true, the true representation of that thing, and it's going to do what you, the seller, the business owner, say that it's going to do. If it's not, then say that it's not, but you have to present that product in a truthful and factual manner. And it has to be something that people want, that people need, that will fulfill that need, that will provide that service, okay? Product is number 1. If you miss on this, then you dead in the water before you even get started, okay? Now, and that takes me to number 2, which would be your presentation. And this, I just had said a little bit about that, but the pictures. How do you present this product to your customer? You know, when you talk about companies like Amazon and all these other big companies, right? You hear a term that they use frequently, whether it was Jeff Bezos who said it or whatever, but they're obsessed about their customers. What does the customer want? How can we provide a better experience for our customers? This is what you as an eBay seller always need to be thinking about. Who is my customer, first of all? Who is my customer? What do they want? How can I better serve them? And how am I going to present to them what they want? So on eBay, that would include your listing, right? Your title, your pictures, and your description and your price, right? Those will be the four main, and yeah, I got a messed up finger playing football, but those will be the four main things: title, picture, description, price, all right? And those things you have to focus on being as true and as accurate and as factual and as appealing as possible. Make your title eye-catching, use keywords, but don't be deceptive, okay? Your pictures, if it's something simple that only need 2 pictures front and back, fine. But if it's something that you know might have some flaws, or you might need to really show people and give them a good look at what they're getting, you need to take it, and you need to take those pictures in good lighting and in a way that's going to present your item in a factual manner, and it's going to give that buyer confidence, okay? And that goes next down to the description. You need to describe this item as accurately as possible and do not leave anything out. Again, if it's something simple, I don't know, a box of supplements or a jar of supplements. It's a jar of supplements. That's fairly easy. But if you sell clothes, and especially used clothing, well, then now you got your work cut out for you, right? You have to take pictures of the item and make sure that those pictures show any and every flaw, and gives that buyer a true and accurate and representation of the item as possible. And then you have to do that again in the description. And that goes along with how you list it when it comes to new, open box items, pre-owned, so on and so forth, right? You got people who will list something as new that's nowhere near new, it's used, all right? Or open box, and it's not open box. Open box is basically new, but the box is open, right? But it's not, it's used. So that, again, if you do that, you're failing at customer service. You're already failing. This is the lifeblood of your business, customer service. And if you don't understand these main 3 tenets, then your business is going to eventually die off. If you don't please the customer, if you don't give them a good experience, they are not going to continue to come back. And people will say, well, you know, with a platform like eBay, you know, you don't really get repeat customers unless you're niche down. Like, I get repeat customers, but most of my items, I got 2 stores. My one store is all health and beauty. But my main store is mostly health and beauty and some other stuff, and I've been niching down so I get more repeat customers. If you do more of everything, maybe you don't get as many repeat customers. However, still, you're going to get negative feedback, and then people are going to start reading that feedback and see that you don't take customer service seriously, okay? So number 1 is product. Number 2 is the presentation of that product. How are you presenting that product to your target customer? And then number 3 is your process. What is your process from the moment you receive that item, clean it up if you have to clean it and it's not new, present that item, put that item away, and ship that item out? That process, while a good amount of it is more about you, it's also about that customer, because you can't afford to lose an item and have to, you know, email a customer and say whatever you're going to say about what happened. You know, I don't know. Some people might lie, whatever. I don't really care about that, but that process is a part of customer service, all the way up to shipping and how you ship that product out to the customer, how they receive it. Okay. If you know something needs to be bubble wrapped and you just send it in a poly bag, that's not good customer service. If you know something needs to be put in a box, but you putting it in an envelope, that's not good customer service. If you know that it's a liquid and it needs to be maybe taped and bagged and, you know, just make sure it's shipped securely, and you don't do that, that's not good customer service. That is a very bad experience for the customer, more times than not, something's probably going to go wrong, and you're going to hear about it when it comes to feedback and email messages from the customer and so on and so forth. When you look at these three things, right? Product, presentation, and process, all of these have to do with customer service, the customer experience, and I'm almost ready to keep saying guests because, you know, in restaurants, we use the term guests instead of customers. But all those things have to do with the customer and their experience. And the more you focus on those things, your business is going to naturally get better and begin to grow, because the better experience that customers begin to have, the more that they will come to you. You know, 100% feedback or 100% positive feedback, of course, is better than not 100% positive. But more importantly is, if you don't have 100%, what type of negative feedback or neutral feedback, because I don't know about you, but me as a buyer on eBay, I read through neutral feedback because I want to see, you know, there's a lot there sometimes. So before I buy from somebody, especially if it's something that costs a lot of money, I read all the feedback as far as negative and neutral, just to get an idea of what type of customer service I'm going to receive if I purchase from that seller. And if if there's just too much of what I would think is carelessness in their product and how they present it and what their process is and how they ship it out and get it to the customer, if I'm not comfortable with that, I don't buy from that seller. You know, doesn't mean that seller's not making sales and getting money, but how much more sales can they get though if they clean those things up? And that's how you got to look at it. I think that as a business owner, as a seller, you have to be serious about this, and it has to stop being about you and what you want and how you want it, the product you want to sell, the price you want to get, and how you want to ship it. It's not about you. It's not about you. The product you want to sell, nobody might not want it. The presentation or how you want to present it, well, that might not be the best way to present it. The price, well, that might not be a good price. The market dictates the price, not you. Okay? If you want something to sell and you want it to sell fairly quickly, then you have to know what the market is saying, and you have to give the customer a good experience by giving them a fair price. And the process by which you ship or handle and ship this product out to the customer all the way up until that customer gets it, and even any issues that might arise after they receive it, is all part of the customer service process. If there's an issue, whether it's your fault or not, you as the business owner need to do something to fix it and to make that customer feel like they're important, and that, you know, their dollars matter to you. And even though eBay is this platform where a lot of people, I feel like they think that it's a little, I don't know what the word would be, but, you know, it's not like upfront customer service, like when you're in a store and you got to walk up to the cash register and you actually face to face with a teller or whatever, so have you, right? It's more like, I guess, disconnected to where it's just over the internet, you know, typing on the computer and stuff. So people, I think, feel a little more free to be loose with how they deal with customers. Customers are going to be customers. They're going to be loose regardless, whether it's in face or over the internet. It's just probably worse over the internet. Like, I just got a message from a lady the other day, right? I listed an item. It was some makeup. Makeup was new. The seals had broke because the caps came off during shipping. So in the listing I listed it as new without box, because that's kind of a broad category, right? I didn't put it as new. I just put new without box, and in the description, I just put that the seals had broken in transit in a pallet. However, the pumps had not been discharged, right? So it's still brand new. Now, the lady messaged me this long thing, man, about how I was just wrong and then it was all messed up and the seals. I'm just like, excuse me, I'm sorry, but did you read the description? I stated in the description that the seals have been broken, so on and so forth. And then she kept going with it, how I was doing something illegal and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, again, if you are not happy with the product, you can send it back. I offer free returns. I'll take it back. Just make sure you send it back in the same condition. But I clearly stated in the description that the product was new. The seals just had broken. Hadn't been used, hadn't been pumped, hadn't been discharged, or anything like that, okay? just know you can send them back for free at no cost to you. Went back and forth. Finally, she calmed down and she said she's going to send them back, and she even thanked me. I don't know how this one is going to go. We'll find out, but she's yet to put in for this return. I feel like the person was fishing for a refund. There's no way you could have missed that, but customers do sometimes. And you know, I could have took that personally and be like, well, you stupid, you didn't read what I put and this, that. No, it's not even about that, you know? And that right there could end up getting me some negative feedback by responding that way. Now, if this person leave negative feedback, I'm pretty confident I can get it removed. You know what I mean? Because I did describe the item correctly, and I did let her know that there's free returns, and if she wasn't happy, she can send it back. There was nothing about what I did that was wrong as far as my experience for that customer on eBay. That's usually when eBay will let the negative feedback stick, when the customer has had a bad experience due to your carelessness, you know, or just lack of thoroughness. But, you know, we'll see how that turned out. But that's just one example. Just to wrap up in this video, remember, product, presentation of that product, and your process. Your product should be something that people want. It should be quality, and it should be presented to that customer in a true and factual manner, described right. The picture should be good, the title and description. The price should be, you know, at market value or less if you want to offer more of a discount. And your process from the time you receive that item, clean it up, whatever you got to do with it, put it away to make sure it doesn't get lost, and then all the way up to the packing, the shipping out to that customer, making sure that they get it in the same condition that you described it as and in a timely manner. All of that from start to finish is all part of the customer service experience, and all of that, and regardless of what type of business you run in, an online business or an offline business, all of that is going to play the biggest role in the survival and growth of your business over anything. If you can't provide the customer a good experience, your business is not going to survive. It's just that simple. And that's why these companies are all about the customer, all about no hassle returns and refunds and things like that. I mean, it works. And I'm not saying that you should just give everybody a refund or anything like that, but at the very least, you should accept the return. You know, you should definitely accept the return, especially if you messed up, and just don't give them a big deal. Man, I'm to the point pretty much, you know, well, first of all, pretty much everything I got is free returns anyway, but I'm just to the point now, I got so much going on, it does not even matter. If it's a return, just here, return it and let's be done with this. If I need to fix it, if I need to give a refund, let them keep the item and send a coupon, it's whatever. You know, one thing that we used to do in the store is called guest recovery. If somebody put in a bad survey and had a bad experience, you call them, you talk to them, you see what was wrong, you apologize, and you offer them something and then get them back into the store to buy something else. You might give them a coupon or anything or something like that, right? Guest recovery. It's the same thing on eBay. You mess up, or even if the customer didn't have a good experience, apologize. If you got to fix it with a refund, a partial refund, whatever, fix it and still send a coupon. Hey, I just let you know, I sent you a coupon, 10, 20%, whatever, to use in my store for your next purchase. Please make sure you take advantage of that coupon. It's all part of the process, all right? I don't know about you, but you know, that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If so, why or why not? Leave it down in the comments below. Hit that like button. Make sure you like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you're notified next time I upload another video.